So when you're thinking about creating an estate plan and you're wondering what should be in that estate plan, you're thinking about first, where do you want your assets to go? Do you want them sold? Do you have a trust? Do you not have a trust? Do you want your property to be divided among all your children evenly? Do you want your property maybe to be given to each child? One house to one child, one house to another child, depending on your situation. These are all things, though, that you are going to talk to your attorney about in a design meeting. So at the beginning of the representation, we are going to go through all the things that are available to talk about, and available to include in your estate plan. The things around, what is going to happen to your assets? What is going to happen to the payment of any taxation related to your estate? Who has the power of attorney, and what happens once you die and the power of attorney is no longer available? And so what is going to happen to your bank accounts? Is somebody else maybe named on those bank accounts? Or are your people in your family going to have to go to the bank and bring in things to be able to get access to those bank accounts? So all these things are things you're going to talk about with your attorney, because there are so many different steps you can take so that you are providing more and more clarity for your family, so that when you pass, your family is not faced with just a big mess of, we don't know anything, we have no idea what to do next. And one thing that actually is super important that you can do when you're planning this estate planning is thinking about your social media presence. You can actually go in and fill out certain questionnaires with various platforms so that you can determine what is going to happen with your social media, because you might want to turn that over to someone in your family. You might have years of pictures on there that you want to be able to preserve. And so these are all things that you'll discuss with your attorney in your design meeting. So when we think about an estate plan, oftentimes the executor is the thing that comes to mind, and that is the person who is executing on your estate plan. And so that person is going to be very involved in carrying out your wishes of your estate plan. And when you're talking about a trustee, that is the same true for a trust. Like, let's say you maybe have a revocable trust, and maybe you put your house in this trust and you have named a trustee. These are the people that will be fulfilling the wishes that you have put in your trust document or in your estate planning document. Whereas a beneficiary is somebody who is going to be the beneficiary, the person who's getting the benefit of whatever your bequeathment is. So if you have bequeathed to somebody, some account, some house, some amount of money, some artwork, that is a beneficiary. When you're creating your estate plan, often your attorney will recommend that you have not just one, trustee or one beneficiary. Often they'll recommend you have alternatives, because sometimes, things happen. Maybe your named trustee has predeceased you, but you didn't go in and update your estate plan. Or, maybe the same that could have happened with the beneficiary. But if you have alternative people in these lists, then your estate plan is able to still work. So it is going to protect your family, again, from this ending up in probate court, which that is one of the big reasons you want to get your estate plan done. Well, that kind of depends on your circumstances when you're thinking about how often do you review or update your estate plan. So if anything changes, let's say you get remarried, or maybe you have another child from the last time you updated your estate plan, that would be a good time to update it when there's been any major life event. But in lieu of other life events, you at least, I would say, want to update your estate plan once every 3 years. And you would just want to touch back to your attorney, have a conversation, circle around, and make sure that all of the things that you have in place in your estate plan still make sense in today's world and in your situation right now. because things are ever evolving. And so making sure that your estate planning is a living, breathing document and it's living along your life with you. If you have any questions at all about estate planning or trust, please reach out to Elise Bowie Family Law Group. We'd be happy to discuss this with you.